everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. So we are in the midst of heatwave week in the UK. It's been so warm, it's like slightly unbearable. It's just so stuffy, it's just so different in the UK. I feel like any of you who have gone abroad or perhaps live abroad know that 30 degrees in the UK is completely different to 30 degrees on a beach somewhere. So I'm admittedly struggling a little bit. I mean, it's not great to have to go to meetings, events and things like that when it's super duper hot outside. So it's been a bit of a tough week, but not to worry. I thought today I would share with you what are my beach essentials / must-haves. So as you probably know by now, because I say this in every single video, pretty sure I've said this in every video I've posted this month on my channel, but I'm heading to Portugal next month. I'm spending there quite a lot of August, basically the majority of the month. And I'm spending some time at the beach, at the pool, basically places where I can try and get a tan. There are quite a few things here. Not necessarily everything that I think you absolutely need. These are essentials for me. I may give or take a few, but you know, this is the kind of thing that I would keep in my beach bag and take with me to the beach or to the pool. So starting off with the beach bag of choice, and it's this one. It's pretty big, like it's really quite large, but I think it does look even bigger because it's flat at the moment, like where it was in the packaging and things, it did come flattened, whereas I feel like once it's filled up and not flattened, it will actually be like look not as big, maybe not, maybe it's just a giant bag. But you know what, I think that's ideal. Many years I've spent taking like a few bags, one with beach towels, one with like my other essentials, or I'll like carry my beach towel and then have a bag with my other bits and bobs. So it's actually really nice to have a big bag like this one that I know is going to house absolutely everything in there. This one in particular has some little handles, so you can just carry it as a carry-on bag, but it's also got some rather large straps, so you can carry it as a shoulder bag, which I actually think is really good. This is from a brand called Fabrizio. I got it via Swimwear 365. I'm doing some work with them whilst I'm away, so you'll be seeing this on my Instagram, and yeah, it's just fantastic. And so in that bag will be a huge array of things that I find myself reaching for, things that I find myself using whilst I'm at the beach or at the pool. So the first thing will be a beach towel. Now I know that this isn't necessarily the case everywhere you are. It's quite dependent on where you are and what type of holiday you're on. I know that some resorts and hotels often provide you with beach towels, so you don't need to carry around beach towels, which is great if you're going somewhere abroad and you don't want to have to pack one. But I also know that there are places like, for example, Airbnbs, and like me, when I'm in Portugal, I just head to the pool and things. I take my own beach towel with me, so if you need that, that is the first essential. Secondly, swimwear. Obviously, again, this is entirely dependent on you and what you like wearing. If you are a swimsuit wearer, your favorite swimsuit. If you're a bikini wearer, your favorite bikini. I, for one, usually go for bikinis. I just like to try and tan as much of my body as I can. And I thought I would actually share with you the bottoms that I like wearing, because I actually think sometimes they're quite hard to find. But basically, a sort of full brief I don't think is very flattering. I mean, at least on me, I just don't think it looks that great. So I would much rather go for a brief like this. And I mean, just me holding it up, you may not be able to tell, but these are currently, well, this one was described as a V bikini. They've been, some are labeled boomerang style, some are Brazilian, some are cheeky. Basically, it just means where the back is slightly less than a full brief and equally slightly more, or no, quite a lot more than a thong or something like that. So I think this is literally perfect. It sort of skims your bum in like quite a nice way, at least I think so. So this is actually just a black pair I bought because I know I can mix and match this with various different pieces that I already have in my bikini collection. I got this from New Look. It was pretty inexpensive. It was $8.99, and yeah, just great to pair with other bikinis that I already have. Other essentials include a hat, some sort of beach hat. I love this one. I think this one is just pretty. This one is great for the gram as far as I'm concerned. I think it's a really like fancy one. It's great for photos. It's a couple of years old now, but ASOS still come out with this one year after year. It's just one of those pieces that comes back every single year. So a good one to invest in if this is your kind of thing. If not, a standard cap, like a baseball cap style, that's really great. Basically anything that will just, for me, keep my head covered and also my face in the shade. I don't really like tanning my face too much and having it in the sun too much. I do find that my face tends to be a bit more sensitive to the sun as well, and I'm more likely to burn. So what I do is just ensure it's in the shade, try to keep it as covered as much as possible. I always like to carry a cover up as well. I basically like to have one in my bag for if I want to head to the bar, maybe if I need to pop back to the room if I'm in a hotel. I'm just trying to think of various different scenarios where I would want to cover up ever so slightly when I'm either on the beach or by the pool, if you're like running to the toilets, anything like that. Like, I feel like a cover up is an essential, and personally a good white shirt does the job for me. It does the trick. It's just super versatile. It's going to go with whatever swimwear you have, whether it be a swimsuit, a bikini, whatever the colour, it's going to look great. And this one in particular is from Kaleidoscope. And then of course some summer sandals. Again, very dependent on the person, just whatever you find the most comfortable. I, for one, am a big fan of flip-flops, and in particular Havaianas. I have had these for years, so they're not looking as white as they once did. But I think Havaianas are great. They're long-lasting, they're long-wearing, they're going to be great. As I said, I've had these for so many years, so they really do last a long time. I quite like a white shoe in the summer. I quite like the white flip-flops. I find they go with everything, again, which is ideal. I mean, it's not that big of a big deal. It's not that big of a deal if they don't match your bikini, obviously, but I quite like having that sort of element of fashion still with my beachwear outfits. And yeah, these are great. Just Havaianas, standard ones in white and fab. And so I feel like that's it in terms of fashion and clothing. Obviously wear whatever you want over your swimsuit wherever you're heading, but then other things that I keep inside of my bag that are more beauty related, I'd say. I personally don't typically wear makeup when I go to the beach or anything like that. I mean, I will if I have any photos to do, or if it's a day where I want to shoot some content, maybe I probably will do makeup, but on a day-to-day, like casual day, I wouldn't. But if I was going to, I don't think I'd do a full face or anything like that. That's a bit too dramatic. But what I would go for is waterproof mascara. I've actually had an LVL lash lift done by Nuvo Lashes, so I haven't been wearing mascara in the majority of my recent videos because my lashes have had the lash lift and they've been tinted, so I'm quite happy with them like this. I don't want to start piling on the mascara, so then the effects start to wear off, so I've just been wearing them naturally basically, and I'm quite happy with them. So most of the time I won't wear mascara, but for when I want to, a good waterproof mascara is the one. You guys know how much I love this one from Ico. It's the Yoga Waterproof Mascara. Discovered this a couple of months ago, still love it. And if I want something for my base, it will be a tinted moisturizer. It's not going to be anything that is too heavy on my skin, nothing that won't allow my skin to breathe, particularly in the heat. And it will be something with SPF as well. So something I'm taking on holiday with me this year is the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Defense. It's a radiant tint protective moisturizer. It's got SPF 30 in there, which is quite a good starting point for me. I think SPF 30 is what I usually go for. Body, face, between 50 and 30. It really does depend on what I'm doing. The important thing about SPF on your face and on your body is to constantly reapply. If you apply a 50 in the morning but don't continue to reapply throughout the day, it's going to lose some of its potency. The same goes with a 30, 25, whatever level of SPF you use, you do need to constantly reapply it throughout the day, and that's the most important thing. So even if you're going for a 30, as long as you are reapplying it, then that is great. MAC have a new release this summer, which is honestly what I feel like we have all been waiting for, and it is the Fix Plus with SPF 30. It's so good. I am so excited to use this. Fix Plus is basically sort of like just a mist, you know. You can use this to prime, you can use this on your brushes, you can use this to set your makeup, as most of us know it for, but you can use it in so many different steps of your routine. And you can also just reapply this one over your full face of makeup if you've got a full face of makeup on, or just over the makeup you've got on your face, and you'll have the added protection in there as well. There are some slight differences with this one and the original Fix Plus. Obviously, where it's got SPF in there, it needs to be shaken very, very well so that the SPF sort of integrates and mixes in with the spray. And yeah, I haven't used this that much yet, but it's MAC. It's one of the brands that I love and obviously trust. A few other sun bits that I would personally take away with me. I really like this from La Roche-Posay. It's just a very, very like pocket-sized SPF. La Roche-Posay is known for having like 50+ ones, so it's great if you are someone with more sensitive skin, someone who burns easily, but also a good one to apply if you have potentially burnt in some areas and you are still going to be in the sun. It's a really great one to apply over those areas as well, just the more sensitive areas. And this being pocket sized, perfect to pop in your bag, perfect to even pop into a handbag as well. And then a few other brands, just Aven. Again, we have SPF 50. Again, this is a face cream, and also Nivea Sun. I feel like Nivea is one of those brands that I've like grown up with, so it's definitely one that I have just grown to trust. I am a Carmex lover. I just love a good Carmex balm. I think they're the best. Strawberry is actually one of my favourite flavours or scents. I'm not really sure what they're called. And they also have SPF 15 in there, so really great. You know, you're applying this throughout the day. It's so common to get like chapped lips and dry lips in the summer, so super important to keep them hydrated with some lip balm, and also SPF 15 in there, so perfect. Oh, and I was almost forgetting sunglasses. Sunglasses are an essential if you are a person who wears them all the time. I know some of my friends just love wearing sunglasses all year round. I'm not really, but I think it's purely down to the fact that I just need my glasses, so most of the time I'm stuck in my glasses. But at the beach, I do love me some sunglasses. These ones in particular I think are really cool. They're mirrored, so I think they're just good fun to have at the beach. And whatever sunglasses are your favourites, really, take them along with you. And then we come to some other bits and bobs that I think are actually quite important as well to have in your handbag. I feel like those are all things to prep yourself to make sure you are beach ready, but these are things that I think we can sometimes forget. So starting off with a water bottle. This one is from Corkcicle. I am a big fan of Corkcicle. I'm going to be including the bottle that I have currently in my like everyday bag in my favourites video, so that's a little sneak peek for you. But this is one that I actually requested for Portugal, and it is a very big one. It's I don't know how much it holds, but it holds a lot, as you can see. Like, it's really, really quite big. But I think this is going to be fantastic. It's going to be a great way to motivate me to drink more water, because I am honestly awful when it comes to drinking water. So this will hopefully motivate me. Great different colours, great different prints. They have an array. Like, you will 100% find something that suits you. And the best thing about these is that this one in particular holds cold drink cold for 25 hours, and it will keep hot drinks hot for 12 hours. So it's perfect for all year round. Really great in the summer. I have tried and tested these. I've had them out in the sun during this heat wave, like literally direct sunlight hitting on them, and my drink stays cold inside, and that I just think is perfect. There is nothing worse than having your own sort of reusable water bottle, but if it doesn't keep your water inside or whatever drink you have inside cold, it's going to be horrible to be drinking really, really warm water. So these are perfect. Like I said, this one is a really good size. They do lots of different sizes depending on your need. And yeah, a water bottle is definitely going to be something that I am going to be sticking in my bag at all times. I also usually have some sort of waterproof bag in there. This one was one I bought from Primark, and it's actually a bikini bag for your like wet bikinis. If you're changing, if that's what something you're doing, it could be worth popping in one of these. But I actually keep some sort of waterproof pouch in there with all my essentials. So then in here I will store my phone, potentially a portable charger. What else? Any cables that I carry around with me. I mean, because I blog and that sort of thing, I would probably have some sort of camera with me as well, so that will be quite good to keep stored elsewhere, as well as my purse and things like that. Just the important things I like to keep safe and just sort of zipped away, just in case there is any spillage in my bags, if anything's wet in there and then might get into my electronics. I try to keep everything safe in a little pouch. And on the topic of cameras, I do also like to take something cheap and cheerful. So these are the disposable cameras. This one is actually from Kodak, and I do think I've tried Kodak and I've tried Fujifilm in the past. These ones are my favorite, I'd say, because you have more exposures in there, so you have more photos. You have around 37 prints, I think. It is slightly more expensive to get them developed, but fine, I don't mind. I get the extra photos, and I just love the way they look with a disposable film camera. I think they look super fun. I don't know, I just love this. I would also suggest taking some sort of reading material, whether you are into magazines or books, whatever you fancy. take one so that you don't get bored. I sometimes find it a little bit boring, just like sitting there tanning. I feel like that part can be a little bit boring, so it's quite nice to have something to just dig into. I have actually bought the Lido by Libby Page for this summer. It's got pretty good ratings, so I'm excited to read this. I've got a total of 5 books that I'm taking to Portugal with me this summer. I find that I get through like quite a few of them, and I think it's nice for me to just read in the sunshine as well. I feel like I'm not like wasting my time so much. It's like I'm filling up my time, so some sort of reading material. And then if you are going with multiple people, or even if you're just going with your partner or your parents or whoever, take a game, some sort of game. Now this is Rumacub. It's what I would say is potentially my favourite game of the year, but I don't really know if I would take this to the beach per se, because it's got quite a lot of little pieces and I would be worried that they would get lost in the sand. So maybe this one isn't the perfect game, but you know, take anything. Take your favourite family game, just a little one. Like this one is a travel size, it's a travel edition, so it will easily fit in there. Or just something like a pack of cards, basically something that you can pop in your bag and then you can just have a little game with your family. And there we go. I think those are all of the beach essentials I wanted to share with you. I may have forgotten something, I'm really not sure, but do let me know in the comments if you have any other beach essentials that maybe I've skipped or you think are also must-haves when you're at the beach. Let me know in the comments down below. Do give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you on Monday with my final haul video of this month. This month has been haul month on my channel. I've had a brand new haul video every week, and the final one will be coming your way on Monday. Again, it is holiday inspired. Again, it's related to my summer trip. Again, I will probably mention that I'm going to spend 4 weeks in Portugal, so do come back on Monday to watch that if you are subscribed. If you're not subscribed, then please do subscribe. You'll get notifications when I upload if you click the little bell button as well, and I would love to have you as part of my little YouTube fam. So as always, a big thank you for watching, and I will see you all on Monday. Bye.